Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Falcon Winter Soldier episode 3 is here. A lot of people are declaring it the best episode. Is that what I think? Well, let's talk about it. So the Falcon and Winter Soldier is a show I've been thoroughly enjoying. I thought the first episode was great. I thought the second episode was great. I was really excited for this episode. So I went in with pretty big expectations. I wanted some great action sequences. I wanted some good humor. And I think I got it. So be sure to tell me down below in the comments what are your thoughts on this episode. This is a spoiler review, so you can feel free to spoil down below in the comments. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Now let's get into my review. So as far as my general thoughts go, I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. Thought it was a lot of fun. There were some cool action sequences. There's a lot of funny moments. As a whole, I think this may be the most exciting episode, but I don't know if it's the best yet. I may need to rewatch it a couple more times. As far as the action goes, this one probably has the most action sequences. I wouldn't say the best, because I really liked the opening scene in episode 1 and then the truck fight in episode 2. So I wouldn't say the best action sequences, but I'd say the most action sequences, and a lot of them were pretty good. We also obviously got to see Zemo. We hinted at that in the last episode, and I really like Zemo here. In this episode, Daniel Brühl gives a great performance. He's a fun character to be around. We didn't see that side of him in Captain America Civil War. There, he was just this guy that was on a quest to get revenge. Here we see the more fun, charming side of him. He was actually rich before Civil War and all that stuff happened. So I thought that was pretty cool, just digging into his story a little bit. I thought that was kind of nice, because the only thing we know about him is that he lost his family. He went on a quest to get revenge on the Avengers. So I thought that was kind of nice. And we saw Sharon Carter in this episode. I thought she was pretty nice too. She got a nice action sequence. I know, and as a whole, again, I thought it was a very fun, exciting episode. Now, the one thing I would say I had an issue with is that there's not a lot of tension going on. Even though there's a lot of action, even though it's exciting, the tension, it's just not there. Because we're already halfway through the series. This series only has 6 episodes, so we're already halfway through the show. So you'd expect the tension to kind of be rising, but it's the same as it was in the first 2 episodes. The only tension we have is that there's super soldier serum out there and the flag smashers are using it. So that's literally the only tension. You want a sense of urgency, and you don't have that. As a whole, I think the action was great, the comedy was great, the group dynamic was great, but I did have a problem with the sense of urgency and the lack of tension. Now let's get into my spoiler review of this episode. So our episode kind of starts off with John Walker on a mission. So basically he's looking for the flag smashers, and he goes to this place they were before, and then there's this guy. He asks him for information, but he doesn't give him any information. And then, he doesn't respect Captain America, John Walker, at all. He just disrespects him a lot, and then he spits on him. So he just goes, "Do you know who I am?" and just pushes him through the wall, and he gets angry. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say this makes him a bad guy, and I honestly can't say that. To be completely honest, he's a soldier. He was trained like that. He wasn't trained to be Captain America. He was trained to be a normal soldier, and this whole Captain America thing just came on him randomly. So I don't blame him for doing that. He doesn't know what it feels like to have the responsibility of Captain America yet, although he does already have it. So I respected that they didn't go full on Captain America and make him act like a nice guy, because he still isn't that. He still isn't Captain America. He's still just a soldier trying to do the right thing, no matter what it takes. So I appreciate that about it. Now this leads to us going to Sam and Bucky, and they're basically going to talk to Zemo, and Bucky tells Sam to stay there because Zemo doesn't like Avengers, and Sam is an Avenger. Bucky isn't officially an Avenger, so that's why he says that. So he goes to Zemo, and so it starts off with Zemo trying to like control Bucky using the words he said in Civil War, but they don't work anymore on Bucky anymore, so that's why it doesn't work. So then so then Bucky tells him about the new super soldier serum thing, and Zemo does not like super soldiers. He wants that whole super soldier program to end. That's what he set out to do in the first place. So he has no intention of leaving his work unfinished.
I have no intention to leave my work unfinished.
So he goes ahead and he's like, okay, I'll help you. And then Bucky goes up to Sam and like, let's break Zemo out of prison. And they keep arguing about it. And then just Bucky tells him about how they can break him out. But he already breaks Zemo out of prison. And then Zemo shows up and he's like, hi guys, he just so he escapes and he shows up, and then Sam's like, okay, fine, I'll go with it for now. So they broke Zemo out of prison. Now they're using his help to understand whatever's going on with the super soldier serum and the flag smashers. Now we learn that Zemo is actually a rich guy. He's royalty. He's not just some random dude that lost his family. He's actually rich. So he has like a plane. He has a butler. That kind of reminded me of Batman and Alfred. It was a fun little sequence. I really liked it. And then they go into the plane and they talk about going to this place called Madripoor. I know that that's a place from the comics. I'm not sure what exactly is there. I know that Wolverine has a connection to that place, but I'm not 100% sure what exactly that place is in the comics. So they basically talk about going to this place called Madripoor, and then they go there. And it's just this city, it's just a visually gorgeous city, and there's like a lot of criminals there and stuff. So they go to this bar, and then on one of the walls it says, Power Broker is watching. So this Power Broker guy, we've been getting name drops of him throughout all of these episodes. Or her, I think it's a her. I'll tell you guys who it is later, who I think it is. So basically, we have this whole thing going on, and they go inside the bar, like I said, and basically after they go inside, they are acting like different people. So Bucky is the Winter Soldier, Zemo is Zemo, and Sam is acting like this other guy named the Smiling Tiger. It's a bad name, I know. Like, why? Just why? So basically, Zemo asks to meet up with this person called Salby. I don't know what exactly he said, how he pronounced it, but I think it's Salby. So basically, he asked that, and then they're like, no, you can't meet her. And then Zemo tells the Winter Soldier, Bucky's acting like the Winter Soldier now, so he tells the Winter Soldier to attack, and then he just starts beating up a bunch of people. It's a really cool fight. We see Bucky in full-on Winter Soldier mode, and then the Winter Soldier music is playing in the background. I thought that was a real nice sequence. And then the people are like, okay, you can meet her. So they go to meet her and ask her for information about the whole super soldier serum thing, and they say that Zemo says that if she gives them information, then he'll give Bucky or the Winter Soldier a way to them, so he could work for them. So the Salby person reveals the name of the scientist, but she tells them you won't know where he is. And then all of a sudden, Sam gets a call, and then they're like, put it on speakerphone and talk. So they talk, and then it's actually her sister about the issue, and basically they're talking about the whole boat situation with their family. And then his sister calls him Sam, and then they go, Sam, who's Sam? And then she orders her men to kill them. They start shooting, and then Salby dies. Someone shoots her from the outside, and then our Zemo, Bucky, and Sam run away. So they're on the verge of escaping, and there's a bunch of people like attacking them and chasing them. It turns into a chase. And then Sharon Carter shows up and helps them out. She shoots everyone and then just takes them to this place where takes them to this safe place. I'm guessing that's where she's living. So she's a criminal in the US, so that's why she's not living there anymore. So I think Sharon is the power broker. Why? Because like she has all this money, a big house. She has some paint. She has a bunch of paintings and art collection and stuff. So it feels like she may be the power broker. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speculating too much, but I think she might be the power broker. And then they go to this other place, and then there's basically a party going on there, and then Zemo starts dancing. That was hilarious. It was so funny when Zemo started dancing. Alright, and then they go to the place where the scientist is. They basically ask someone for information, and then they're like, the scientist is over here. They go to this place, and then they see the scientist. Sharon is outside, and then you have Bucky, Zemo, and Sam inside. They're interrogating this guy, and he reveals that he perfected the super soldier serum, and it's much more subtle, and he made 20 vials of it. And we have 8 super soldiers, so that means there's still 12 missing. And he tells them that our flag smasher people, they took the serum. They stole the serum. And while they're interrogating, there's a bunch of other people outside that are looking for them. So Sharon is fighting, beating all of them up. I saw this fight in the trailer. I was instantly impressed. It looked really, really cool. And then in the episode, it was obviously extended. It was much longer than 3 seconds, and it was really cool. I really liked her, beating up a bunch of people. It was nice to see her actually fight a lot. And she's kind of like the John Wick of this episode, and I thought that was cool. And then Zemo kills the scientist guy because obviously Zemo does not like super soldier serum, and he wants to finish the work he started. So he kills the scientist. Now, no one else can make super soldier serum unless they want to replicate what's already there, because there's still 12 vials of it. And then there's a huge RPG blast explosion in the place they're at, and then they try to escape, but then there's a bunch of people. Sharon starts shooting her guns. They're in a fight. Sharon starts shooting. So Bucky and Sam are arguing about whose orders they should follow, and like it's a funny argument, and I feel like it shouldn't be there. It just doesn't fit with the tone of the scene, because the scene is much more serious. They could literally be killed any second in the sequence, but they start arguing about whose orders they should follow, Sam's or Bucky's. I don't think it meshes well with the scene. They should be fighting other people, not arguing with each other. And then it looks like our heroes are slowly losing, and then Zemo shows up. He puts his mask on, and it was a great sequence. He puts his mask on, gets a gun out, shoots this thing, shoots like an oil tank thing, and then it blows up, and then a bunch of people die, a bunch of bad guys die, and he starts fighting. He actually starts fighting. We actually see Zemo fighting people, punching people in the face, shooting guns. And that was nice, because in Civil War, we learned that Zemo was actually part of a Sokovian kill squad.
The actor is actually Colonel Helmut Zemo. Zemo ran Echo Scorpion, a Sokovian covert kill squad.
So he can actually fight. He killed people before. So I thought that actually getting to see him fight was good, because we never got to see him fight in Civil War. And that was a nice sequence. We also get a lot of backstory and like kind of development for our flag smasher people in this episode. We see that they have families. One of them wanted to be a teacher. The leader wanted to be a teacher, and then basically there's like a lot going on in this episode with the flag smashers, and it's actually, we see the more sympathetic side of them. Even though they're trying to do evil things, they're doing it with a good cause in mind. So after that, our main 3 characters, Zemo, Bucky, and Sam, they go to the place where the flag smashers are. And over there, Bucky's like, he acts like he's kind of suspicious of something, and then he's like, I'm gonna go take a quick walk, you guys go. And then Bucky and Zemo, Sam and Zemo go, and Bucky just kind of walks around, and we see those little bead things that we saw in Black Panther, in the Black Panther movie, and it kind of looks familiar. So he's like, he goes to this alleyway and he's like, I know you're here. Where are you? And then one of the people from the Dora Milaje shows up. We saw her in Captain America Civil War, and here she shows up and she's like, I'm here for Zemo. Obviously, Wakandans don't have the biggest track record with Zemo because Zemo did kill their king. So I'm guessing that's where this is leading to, and I'm really excited to see where it goes in the next few episodes. So now let's get into my closing thoughts. And yeah, as a whole, I really liked this episode. Be sure to comment down below what you thought. Again, I can't quite say if it's my favorite episode or not because it's kind of between 2 and 3 for me. These two are really good episodes. I even thought 1 was really good, but that one's a bit slow for me. That's why I probably wouldn't say it's the best one. But yeah, this one was really good. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. The action was great. The comedy was great. There were a few moments of comedy that probably shouldn't have been there, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. One thing I would say though, an issue again, is that the sense of urgency and tension. Hopefully that raises in episode 4 next week. But yeah, as a whole, I'd still say it's a solid episode, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and this show's been doing really good so far. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.